Okay, so all right, let's get started. We're gonna do egg cups first. So exciting. I'm actually not doing them because I don't eat eggs. So so if you also weren't an egg eater, I put an alternate recipe in the comments. And that is for the Mexican tofu scramble that we did a couple months ago that everybody loved. I also don't eat soy, so I'm out on that one, but it's all okay. Don't feel too bad for me because I'm traveling on Wednesday and I don't need to eat a whole lot today. So yeah, so we're gonna start with the egg cups, and then we're gonna move to the slow cooker stew to get that going. And then we are moving to the jack-o'-lantern stuffed peppers, which is really, it's funny because everybody's like, oh yeah, I make stuffed peppers all the time. And I'm like, I've never made stuffed peppers. So
yummy.
I'm excited. Like never, I've never made them. And I'm gonna put faces on mine. So that's even more fun.
Yeah.
All right. So let's start here I'll share our egg cup recipe. And we'll walk through it. I think I have the vegan stew up.
Okay.
Here we go. So with this egg cup recipe, you can modify this so many ways, right? Whatever veggies you like. I would just caution on how many water-filled veggies you use, because then it's going to seem like your eggs never get done because, the vegetables will leak out some water and then it's just going to feel like they're kind of runny. So, like the bell pepper isn't going to release a lot, but if you did diced tomatoes, I'd just do a few. Or maybe you top these with salsa instead of putting the tomatoes in the egg cups. That's really good on the next day. And I'm trying to think, mushrooms are good in it. Whatever you like. And if you want to even put a little seasoning in it, that's good too. You can make it more, like if you want to do like little Mexican egg cups or something, you could throw in some chili powder, some smoked paprika.
I'm adding shishito peppers to my egg cup.
Oh, nice. That's going to be delicious. There you go. Yeah, you could zhuzh it up with that. Just looking through the recipe here, see if there's anything else that's like modifiable. Okay, so this one's pretty straightforward. You know what I haven't tried? Has anybody put like nutritional yeast in with eggs like this in place of cheese? Because sometimes, if you're modifying it later, a lot of people make these with cheese in them. But I wonder if you could do a nutritional yeast and it would still give you, or if it get clumpy in there.
I don't know.
I've never tried it.
Yeah, that might be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get pretty good. But yeah.
We make chili cheese green beans and we use nutritional yeast.
Nice.
So that's what gives it the cheesy flavor.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it does when the moisture hits it, it does become clumpy-ish.
Yeah.
You
just have to, or maybe you put one egg and really temper it and then add it to the rest of them or something. Just make sure, like really whisk the tar out of it to get it all mixed less lumpy.
Yeah, and we put it in at the end, like the green beans are done. And like, all the rest of the seasonings are on, they're completely done. And once we pull it off the burner, then we add the nutritional yeast.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, so I don't know how it would cook. Cause, we used to use it. We'd make kale chips all the time. And that was one of the ingredients we'd add on the kale chips to make those cheesy.
Yum. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's really good, actually. Kids that went to school with Jacob would be like, "What are you eating? Oh my gosh!" And then they try it and then they love it, and they're like, "I'm sure they didn't go home and tell their parents, kale today."
Right. I bought kale for the slow cooker stew because I don't know what it is about spinach and being like in a soup. It's like it's too slimy for me. So I like the kale in it.
The kale's really good because it holds up.
Yeah. It's just like it keeps its shape a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Darn.
Same. Yeah.
I bet collards would probably be pretty decent.
Yeah, collards would be good in it too, for sure.
Or beet greens also.
What?
Beet greens. You do this.
Oh, beet greens. Yeah.
That'd be good.
You know, and I usually throw them away, and I don't.
With beet greens though, you just really need to make sure that you soak them. Like I cut them all up and then I sit them in a really big pot of cold water and just swirl them and then let them, because they like grow in some pretty fine sand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been my experience.
Grittiness. Yeah.
Yeah, they're very, very dirty. Like their leaves are just like, but yeah.
Kate, what are you making?
Well, I just finished putting my brown rice together because I did not cook that yet.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm going to chop up cauliflower and get my tofu ready.
Thanks for that mental note. If you did not
put
on rice yet, start down.
For the stuffed bell peppers. I'm like, for the background.
Yep, you'll need 1 cup for the stuffed bell peppers. Lily will be our gauge on making the egg cups on how much time we need.
On what?
You're going to be our gauge about how much time we need for making the egg cups.
Oh, am I the only one making egg cups?
I think so.
Oh, crap. Okay.
You're doing so good.
You're doing great. Keep it up. Keep it up. I kept him in there. I mean, because it's like not everybody has my sensitivities. And I'm like, these are such an easy way to have breakfast and on the go. And like we were talking on the nutrition call, you make these and then you can just shove them in a little baggie and take them with you for later in the day. They're just going to get to room temperature, or if you can throw them in a microwave and then put a little salsa on them. I think they're good cold when I was eating eggs. What other breakfasts do you guys make, especially for like gut protocol? We can share ideas.
Oatmeal.
Yeah, I'm so stuck on the steel cut oats with the rice cauliflower. Yeah. I need to figure, I need to add in the protein though in the morning because it's hard for me to get 5 in.
You don't add Shakeology to that?
I never do. No.
Oh, I do all the time.
I usually have mine on the side. Like I have my oats, I put sunflower seeds and maple syrup, and then I have my Shakeology on the side sometimes.
Okay. That's a good idea too. Yeah.
See,
I wait till mine cools down and then I just mix it in.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Because I'll do that, and then I was doing the turkey breakfast sausage, which I think I need to go back to because I adore it.
So do your kids.
Yeah, exactly. Jack eats the tar out of those. Maybe I'll make those when I'm back in Wisconsin to eat for breakfast.
So I always do the carrot cake egg bake.
Yeah, Jen was going to do that today too.
Oh, I already did it. That's like my Sunday morning.
Yeah, we should share that Did somebody put it somewhere yet?
No, it hasn't been shared, I don't think.
Okay, we should share
Not
that.
in the group yet. No.
Yeah.
It's so super, super, super easy. And I top it with a teaspoon of sun butter. And since doing gut protocol, I used to do a teaspoon of maple syrup.
Mhm.
Now I do a half of a cup of frozen organic blueberries. I prefer the egg bake warmed up because I feel like the pumpkin spice and cinnamon, like when it's
Come out
warmed,
more.
they
Yeah.
come out more. So the flavor is more there. So I warm mine up. And when I warm that up, I also warm up the blueberries. So the blueberries are like juicy and
Yeah.
I put those on top. And that's like I have that 3 times a week. And then the days that I don't have that, I have eggs with spinach and I have a portion of sweet potato that I've already baked. I bake like, multiple, and then I just portion them into their portions, and then I just warm them up in a toaster oven.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. I get a little sweet and a little savory with my eggs.
Oh yeah, and Lily, you probably already turned your oven on, but don't forget to preheat your oven. You're making eggs.
Oh yeah.
I'm really excited to try this veggie stew.
I know.
I think it sounds really good, especially with the curry.
Mm.
And the coconut milk. Yes.
Yeah.
I love coconut milk. So
That's a giant
My-
flower.
It's really big.
I don't think mine's that big. Let me see.
Mine is
So,
definitely not that big.
So when I went to the grocery store, it was funny because Scott was working at 2 different grocery
Here's my
stores
head.
that day.
Yeah, yours is a lot bigger.
Mm.
Up with years and huge vegetables over there.
Yeah, yours is big
I know,
too.
well-
though. Mine is not.
What
Well,
happened
so-
in Missouri?
I went to Aldi, and Aldi's were tiny, but they were also gross. Like they were already turning brown and stuff on top.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. And that was on Thursday. So I'm like, you're not going to last us till when we need you. It's not going
Right.
to work. And then my other grocery store that's close to me, they didn't even have any except for organic, and they were $5 for this teeny tiny little thing.
Mm.
And I'm like, okay. I messaged Scott. I'm like, I know you're at the store because he was working at one. I'm like, can you look and see how much their cauliflower is, if they have any decent cauliflower? And this was like $3 and something.
Man, that's good.
Wow.
Vibes.
Yeah.
I'm like, and it costs the same amount as some of the smaller ones because it was per head. That's what they do often. And so I'm
Right.
like, well, heck yeah, get the
Yeah.
big one. I'm not gonna put it all in the soup, but
But still, then you have some more. That's good.
exactly.
I love
So-
making that. I do a homemade vodka sauce, but you could do any kind of marinara, right? And then put it with
Yeah.
the cauliflower. I roast the cauliflower a little bit, like in a glass pan.
Yeah.
Roast the cauliflower a little bit, then put your sauce on, And
Yeah.
someone just posted in a To Be Mindset group about a vegan ricotta that sounds amazing. So I want to try that. But you could, so if you're staying dairy free, you could do like a vegan cheese ricotta, you know, whatever. Or you could just add a little bit of provolone on top and then you bake that. So it's like a pasta bake, but it's all cauliflower.
Oh my gosh.
And it's so good. It's so, and like,
That sounds really awesome.
well, Luke doesn't love it, but Jack loves it. And really good leftover.
Ooh, sounds really good.
Yeah. This vegan ricotta though, I don't know, has anybody, it's like cauliflower
Is it
and
tasty?
cashews.
Okay.
Cashews,
No, I haven't tried that one.
olive oil. The other thing.
I bet that's good.
I haven't had that.
Usually
I
any
haven't
kind
had
of
that
like
one.
cashew based. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I usually just
like-
do like the tofu with some seasonings, but yeah, that sounds extra.
And with the, like, it's like you do, she said, a pound of cauliflower and a cup and a half of cashews, but you didn't sound like you soak the cashews, which I thought was
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, it seems like you'd want to soak them, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wonder
I
what-
would think
yeah.
so.
Unless you want some texture, like ricotta does have just a little
That's
texture, but
true.
it seems like,
Yeah.
I've never heard of not soaking them. I wonder what, maybe it is different. I don't know.
yeah,
Well, I would think that it would make it so that they wouldn't cream up as well.
right.
Like, yeah, it would be more chunky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you do
But
put it
then-
through a blender.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know. I would still think you would end up with like bits.
That's what I'm wondering too, but I kind of want to try it because then you could do that whole, like the baked ziti, you know, recipes, and you could just use the vegan
Yes.
ricotta, and
Yeah.
it's
Yes.
so good. And,
Yeah.
and you use the bean pastas, and boom, you're
Yeah.
good protocol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna
So good.
experiment with that when I get back from Wisconsin. It'll still be colder then too. I don't know. We're having second summer here, so.
Yeah.
I have a question. There's no cheese in here. Were you saying to add cheese if you wanted to?
I was saying when you do alternatives later,
Gotcha.
like there's a lot of recipes for these egg cups with cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually just throw the kitchen sink in, so.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is a great place where if you have little bits of some vegetables left, just throw them in.
Yeah.
Friends.
Yeah, show 'em.
Yeah, Jack's bringing in bad stuff after he hits the gym.
Bringing in bad. Ew, bad.
Right?
Yucky.
He's
So bad for you.
gonna get his Apple Pay taken away.
I didn't buy that.
Turn that can around. What's in that?
Oh, it's got sucralose in it.
Can you
Oh gosh.
give a bonus?
Oh, that's so bad for
Oh,
you.
this is the stuff he got free.
Yeah, so what he had to do, he had to sit in a deep
Of course it's free.
back of that.
Yeah.
It's bad for you. So they get hooked on it.
And he got two.
That's
two-
all right.
Oh,
So he owed me one.
okay. Okay.
I'm gonna have it tomorrow and I'm gonna be ready for school.
Oh boy.
Pour it out.
Right?
That's you.
There's a reason it was free.
Just like you pour it out, you're gonna take Caleb back or something like that.
Probably gonna melt the sink when you pour it out.
Yeah. All of a sudden it disappears tonight.
What, you want some rain, Timber?
No, she doesn't need any kind of caffeination.
You would love some caffeination.
Oh. That would not be good.
Right? Can you imagine? High
Oh my
school
gosh.
coffee on caffeine.
Didn't you have increased concentration?
Increased concentration.
You know, it's funny, like now that I'm back on first thing, I'm like, it's been amazing. Like this morning, I'm like, I don't even feel like I need to have my Energize. It's really interesting.
That's really cool.
And I have only been doing like a 1/2 to 3/4 scoop. Because I find with the amount of the cranberry juice I'm using and whatever scoop, I haven't done a full scoop yet. I'm kind of like, okay, this taste tolerance is really good for me. I can whip it down and I can do it on no food and I'm fine. So then I'm like, okay, this is perfect because then I can take it first thing. You're supposed to, right? First thing. And yeah, and it's like great. So I'm like kind of debating about whether or not I take it with me if I travel with it or not, or if I see what I feel like over the next week without it. And then that'll be my little test and then I'll get back on it when I get back.
Are you sure you want to take that test?
Right? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think I would.
See, that's my thing. If you're going to put your body through stress just because you're traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm for
that's when
sure
you need
taking
the
last thing
most
with me because like I
Yes.
love last thing more than everything.
Right.
I did not take it Friday night and I could totally tell.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely love last thing. I'm starting to really enjoy first thing especially with cranberry juice.
Yeah.
It really does make a difference.
Yeah.
I mean, but I still have not tried it first thing before eating because I don't know.
Yeah, I usually have it about 6 and then I'll eat somewhere between 7 and 7:30 probably. And that's when, and then I'll have my Energize after that before I work out. Whereas I was starting my Energize at like 6 and then I just kind of sip it through the morning. All right, Lily, where are you at?
You can move on.
Okay.
I'm pouring these in.
Okay, perfect. I'm sure everyone following the video on the replay will be close to where you're at.
I added extra vegetables too, so.
Nice. All right, let's go to the vegan slow cooker vegetable stew. So on this one, if you do not have the slow cooker, then it's super easy to throw this either in an instant pot or just put it in, a Dutch oven. You can either put it in the oven at like, I would say probably around 300, or just put it on your stovetop, cook, and just kind of watch for things. You're adding that cauliflower last and for the last hour when it's in the crock. So everything else is melding together really well. And then you put that cauliflower in later so that it doesn't become mushy or, a different texture. So however you're going to make it, and the coconut is also at the very end with the spinach. So however you're going to make it, you can really do it on any of those devices, right? Stovetop, oven, slow cooker, all the things. And then let's talk, let me scroll down really quickly here. Let's talk about containers with this one. So if you're following that protocol, you're going to follow the vegan container counts. If you're on regular portion fix, you're just going to use the regular portion fix containers. So the difference there is all in the yellow to red conversion because of the garbanzo beans or chickpeas. And that will be a yellow A. I'm sorry, red B. What am I saying, right? Gut protocol, red B. A vegan protein. There we go. I got to get my mind back on gut protocol.
Yeah. Switch back over.
And so on this one, you're going to have to chop an onion for the next recipe too. It's a half medium onion. So if you want to just chop all your onion right now, and then also you're going to need garlic in the next one. And let's switch over just briefly and see how many. I think it's one clove. So get 3 cloves chopped up together, and then you'll have the chopping done for the next recipe. Oh, and in the recipe notes, if you have this up, if you're using the Instant Pot, there are instructions for it in the recipe notes. Ooh, my onions are strong. So, and a lot of times I buy these peppers, the mini sweet peppers. And then like, you know, so if I'm having hummus, I can just chop them and they're great little scoops. Or for like this, where I need pepper in a recipe, then I'm just going to chop a bunch of them up and stick it in. But they're kind of versatile, you know, to have for snacks and then just as you need peppers.
Totally.
Those are my favorites. They're great snacking peppers, like you said.
You know, we'll have to post that one vegan tuna salad.
Oh yeah.
I would put those in these peppers too to eat it, and it was so good.
If you do vegan baking, you can save your garbanzo bean or your chickpea juice.
Yes,
baking.
exactly. Yeah. Because that it replaces egg, right?
Yeah. Like an egg white kind of thing.
Yeah.
Probably egg, but yeah. I've used them several times.
Well, and yeah, if you've bought
Isn't it
vegan
called like fava?
yeah,
Fava
Aquafaba.
juice? Aquafaba. There we go.
Yeah.
Aquafaba.
Yep.
and if you've had vegan mayo, it's usually made with that.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're after.
And it can whip. It can make like, you whip like whipping cream to make Cool Whip whipped cream. It does
Yeah.
that too.
Nice.
Whip it real good. Okay.
Need a funny hat though.
Okay.
Okay, wait a minute.
All right. This is when I get to go get garlic. I think Jack's been cooking again. He likes to leave just the stem of what's left.
What is that? Garlic?
It's where the garlic was.
Oh, okay.
David's mom sends us garlic from Idaho, and so they're super big cloves, and then they have the hard neck in the middle. I think this garlic is called Magic, but I'm not totally sure. But it's so good.
That's really cool. Anything fresh?
What do you need from me now, my love? I've needed nothing. I've gone and I've been.
Hey, come look at the pumpkins compared to the
Yeah. All right, how's everybody doing? My onions and peppers and garlic are about sauteed. So I'm gonna start dropping liquids
Just gotta chop my
in
coffee.
here. Now when we did gut protocol last time too, we had talked to, like, some people are a little more, can be sensitive to beans. And so we had talked about rinsing and soaking. Like, so if you think beans are causing more bloating, you can make sure you're rinsing them well before you use them. And then also you can try soaking. I usually rinse them until the weird white foam is gone.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna, this next recipe, I'm just gonna leave this pan to use with the next one because it's pretty much got the same ingredients. I'm just gonna clear it out with my spatula and then re-oil it and we'll be ready to roll. And, you know, I think I mentioned taking out the maple syrup in this one. If you were to leave it in, it would be roughly a teaspoon per serving. So it's not crazy on gut protocol. Or you could lower it to, you know, a half a tablespoon or just 2 teaspoons if you still want a little sweetness in it. And then it works out to be like a half a teaspoon a serving. So then, you know, it's, oh no, I'm sorry, it's only 1 tablespoon. So it is a half a teaspoon per serving. So that is your freebie on gut protocol, basically. So if you don't do maple syrup in your coffee or in a matcha, you know, this could be your freebie. If you expect to use some maple syrup or honey in something else in your day, then I would just skip it here. Then you don't have to worry about it. Oh, I need to get my ginger cut up. Knew I was missing something here. So what is everybody using to cook it in? Are you going slow cooker, instant pot, stove, oven?
I'm doing Instant Pot.
Stove.
I'm doing. Instant Pot so that I have space on my stove.
There you go.
And my slow cookers are either tiny or really big. So I don't have a small one. Not that my instant isn't gigantic because it is too, but
Right? I know.
it's it's convenient.
It's funny, we have a small and a big slow cooker and an instant pot, but there's a couple times a year where they all get used. So then it's like I can't pare down to just one or two.
That's why it takes forever to pack up your kitchen if you're packing up your kitchen, because you have so many things that, you know, just not these little boxes.
Yeah.
Takes forever. Seems
Yeah.
like. Good thing we're just packing my mom into a trailer and not having to pack it anymore.
Right.
Aaron probably waved at you, by the way, when he drove by this morning.
Did he? As he was hanging out in Beaverton.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
He's already headed north.
I messed up and didn't buy vegetable broth either, so I'm using chicken broth.
Oh, I'm just
Okay, your vegetable
I
broth.
know, right? Kate's all boo.
I'm
No,
kidding.
no sugar in that, right?
I better not be. It's Costco. Yeah, no added sugar.
Okay. You
It,
gotta- you gotta check.
it's organic flavorings.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost use chicken bone broth, but I do have vegetable broth, but it's like I only like to have one open because I feel like the other it'll go
Yeah.
bad before I
Yeah.
use it all.
It does
Well,
go
now
bad.
it's getting to the season where I use it all quite a bit.
Right.
But like in the summer,
Yeah.
I hate to even open them because I don't use them.
Oh,
Use them once and that's it.
Yeah.
exactly. That's my problem. I'm like, oh, I kind of want to use chicken broth, but I don't know. The flavor is not going to be the same as vegetable. I already know it. So it's like, oh.
Yeah, see, I'm excited about it not it being chicken flavored. Because I was thinking too, for lunch, I could just throw in some grilled chicken bits.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? To get a little more red in. Okay, so yeah, oh yeah, I can see it a little bit before I spill all the liquid. Going in the cooker. Grab my lid. And then I'll put in the kale and the cauliflower. Let's see, that would be around 3 o'clock my time. Or I could also probably just let it go. Like I could just turn it. I wonder if I just leave it on low and then I put it, you know what I mean? And then time to put those in, I'll put it on high and then I'll be right around dinner time. There you go. Something like that. We'll
Yeah,
see.
so for me, I'm supposed to add in the cauliflower, the broth, the tomatoes, the chickpeas, the seasonings, all the seasonings, and the cauliflower, and then cook it for 12 minutes. And then let it release or whatever. And then it actually shows to do the spinach and the coconut milk like right before serving.
Yeah, that's what it says on here too. Basically you're doing it you put it in 10 minutes before you serve.
Yeah, mine's
Enough time to wilt the spinach.
yeah, mine says 5 minutes, but so
Yeah.
I'm wondering if since we're not going to eat it right away, do I not put the spinach in right away?
I would say I wouldn't put it in right away. Yeah, I would put it in before are you going to eat it today? Or you're just going to eat
No.
it for lunches or something?
I'm going to eat it for lunches and we're going to have it for dinner one night.
So I would say before, like, I would still like you cook it all the way through and then when you're done, then put it in and then you can let it cool and package.
So do put it in.
Put it in at the end like you would, yes. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because otherwise you're gonna have to heat it on the stove or something and put it in
Yeah.
each time.
Well, yeah.
And-
And I
and
mean, for
coconut
lunch,
milk,
that's
too.
not going to work. For dinner, that would work.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm literally going to have half of it for dinner because there's 3 of us. So we'll each have a serving of it and then probably add something else to it because I don't think that's all of our containers. Yeah, we'll have to like add something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Carb of some sort. A yellow A.
Right. Oh, you know what'd be good too? You could throw in a little bit of bean pasta.
Yeah.
That would be good.
There'll be a yellow bee though, wouldn't it? That's a yellow bee, right?
Yellow bee. Yes.
So
Rice.
yeah.
Or brown rice. Or you could do like a farro or no, farro's wheat, sorry.
Yeah.
Quinoa.
No, quinoa. Yeah, quinoa.
That's it.
We live the brown rice life over here, which by the way, so what happens when
Hashtag
you
brown
soak
rice
it?
life. Yeah.
Yeah, brown rice life. We eat a lot of it, which was why I tried the whole soaking method. And I will let you know that it ends up when you cook it in the rice cooker, the rice becomes very soft. Like it's very sticky. It's very sticky. So there's that. I wonder if I should just lower the water when I actually cook it, maybe even
Maybe. I mean,
after it's been soaking.
yeah, it probably would. And because you're taking a lot of that starch out. Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. This was the first time I had done it, but I was giving it a go since,
All right, is everybody good on this recipe? I'll switch us over to the stuffed peppers.
I'm behind, but that's okay.
You've probably got yours printed out, right? And Lily's
I've
making
got mine on my phone, yeah.
Lily's making all these great videos and I haven't even taken one picture yet.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't done anything.
Sorry, I was going live.
Wow.
I-
Fancy.
I said, you're doing all these great things and I haven't even taken a picture yet.
No, I have done some videos, but I need to like put it together in a reel. But I was just going live to try to show people that it wasn't scary to join the meal prep class.
Right, that's a good
Frightening.
video to have. So we're not
Yeah.
scary.
We're not scary. We're fun.
All right,
Frightening
so
already.
this one, we're gonna have to do some new calculating because if you're on Gut Protocol. So let's cruise down here to the containers. There's not a vegan equivalent for us, obvi, because there's turkey in it. So what you're going to have here is you've got one yellow, right? Because you've got 1 cup of rice that's 4 servings. And then you've got 1 cup of beans that's 4 servings. So rather than that 1 yellow, what you're ending up with is a half a yellow A and a half a red B for the beans. So I am going to put my full can of beans in this because that's going to give me a 1. That will be the equivalent of a half a red B because we use the red container to measure it. You get more beans on the red B. Does that make sense? Instead of measuring in a yellow. So I'm just going to use my whole can. Now with the rice, if you wanted to, then you could bump that up to 2 cups. You know, I mean, if you wanted to make sure it was still 1 yellow A, or you just have something else in your day where you get a half a yellow somewhere. Really just depends on how easy that is for you. It will be a little drier, right? So you may have to also add a little bit of sauce or add salsa at the end. I'm going to add salsa to mine when I eat it.
Nice.
You could add a little water to your tomato.
There you go. Yeah, or even some stock.
Yeah.
You could have vegetable stock or chicken stock.
Right.
So
Right.
you could do that too, so that there's a little more moisture there if you want that full yellow A, right? If not, go by the recipe. We're going to have 2 greens, 1.5 red. So it's 1 red A, half a red B, half a yellow A, half a blue. If you add cheese, we're not on the Gut Protocol. So that's out. And then half a teaspoon. So hopefully that all makes sense, right? That was a lot of halves and A's and B's and reds and yellows.
Yeah, that's a lot of containers.
What?
That's a lot of containers.
I know. And I mean, it's gonna be a pretty good serving size too, right? You're having the entire pepper stuffed with stuff. So this will be a pretty good size meal. And if you want that blue in there, throw in some avocado on top. It'd be delicious on it.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I've had these, but we didn't make them look like pumpkins. We
Yeah.
just made them.
This will be where we get artsy. It's like craft day.
Yeah.
Your Instagram worthy picture that you need to take.
This is gonna be it right here.
Yep.
Yep.
Or this is gonna be the Instagram where you try it. Like if you nailed it or not nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What it should look like, what it does look like.
Exactly.
Right.
Like a
Exactly,
Pinterest.
yeah.
board.
Yeah, because yeah. Always interesting how it ends up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe you just don't have time to cut it into a cute little pumpkin face.
I'm
Or
gonna do it.
nobody else in your household will appreciate the pumpkin face.
Well, they won't, but I'm
I
gonna,
appreciate it.
Yeah.
So they will deal with it. Just kidding.
you're gonna eat this pumpkin face and like it.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay, now let's see. It's like a pumpkin, right? You got to figure out where to put your face.
Right, where's the front?
Yeah.
How does it sit?
I'm just going for it too. I'm not even gonna draw it on.
Get it.
It'll be fine.
You got it.
Mouth is gonna be hard.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Are you making them, Kate?
Yeah.
What are you going to fill them with?
I will do probably just rice and tofu and some peppers. Yeah, just the I don't know what goes in it.
Yeah, I didn't
So
put
instead
any instructions. I didn't put any instructions on our note, did I, about going vegan with this one? Because yeah, you could totally you could just do the beans and rice.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, so I'll do tofu instead of turkey. I'll do the onion, garlic, spices, tomato sauce. I'm not gonna add beans, but then I'll do the rice.
Okay, this is as cute as I get right here.
That's
it is cute.
good.
Oh, I like
That's
it.
good.
That's really cute.
And then you can eat your eyes and mouth while you're waiting.
Eat your eyes and mouth. You can't say that too many times in anywhere.
Okay, one done. I'm only gonna do two because I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to convince everyone in the house to eat them, so.
If they have faces on them.
No, just stuffed peppers.
Ah,
I'm not sure it's gonna be very popular here.
it's really quite yummy, especially when they're not green. I was raised up on green stuffed
Yeah.
bell peppers.
Yeah, we are anti-green peppers in this house, so.
And that was definitely different.
There you
It
go.
had that green
Nice,
zing.
I love it. Oh, you have a nose too. I didn't put a nose
I
in.
didn't see it. Put it back. Let me see. Aw, that's really good. Martha Stewart Lily over here. You got
Negative.
the crafting. You got the crafting kicking in there.
Yeah. Trying.
It looks good.
It's for the gram.
It's for the
Yeah,
gram. Yes.
anything for the gram.
Before and after.
Oh, I didn't take a before
Robot
picture.
mouth.
I could turn it around.
Meh. It just says bottom
Nice,
teeth.
I love it, Kate.
Let me see. Oh,
Aw.
that's good. Funny.
Okay, here's number two.
Nice.
Oh, that's a good. That's a good one.
So cute.
What am I doing?
Okay, let's get some turkey in here. Yes, but I'm only making 2 stuffed peppers, but I am making all of the filling because I'll use that stuff on anything. Basically, rice and beans and turkey, right? With some salsa and some guacamole or some avocado on there, you're all set.
Right. So good. Sounds like part of my lunch almost every day.
Yeah.
Black beans and rice.
I'm so happy to be back on brown rice and pinto beans. I just love that combo together.
I didn't even think about pinto beans. I should give those a go.
It's funny, I didn't do many pinto beans before the reset. But since the reset, I really like them. And I used to only do black beans, but I like them more than black beans.
I don't know that there's really any bean that I don't care for.
Fava beans for me. Those are beans I don't care for. They're not my, I should say they're not my favorite.
Which ones?
Fava beans.
Oh yeah. I'm not a big, is that the same as lima beans?
No.
Okay, those aren't my favorite.
Those are good. I don't know. I like a lot of them.
I think I like everything else though. Just those.
No to the fava.
I'm gonna go a little lighter on my chili powder and I'm putting smoked paprika in.
Yum.
That's just how I roll. And if I had dried oregano, I would also put that in here because that's really good with anything Mexican.
Yes.
I don't know why our
Definitely.
store's been out of the bulk dried oregano for a while, so I think I'm gonna have to just order some shortage.
Yeah, there's always a shortage. All the shortages.
I guess I'm making 3 because this one won't stand up.
Well, I'm putting mine in a small, because mine are like tripods, so they're gonna have a hard time. So I'm gonna probably leave them up against each other.
There you go.
Let's see what's next on the menu. I can do that.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, we gotta preheat the oven. 400. And we should be coming in on the time the eggs are done. Are your eggs done?
let me double check. Yep. Oh my, yummy.
So if you're not going to eat these right away, would you bake them or would you just prepare everything, put them together and then cover them and bake them?
Yeah, I was thinking about that because you really could do it either way. I would say you wouldn't want them sitting more than a day, but you could really do it either way.
Yeah,
It's a preference.
yummy.
Oh, yum.
Yum.
You know what I mean? Like if you want it fresh out of the oven or if you want to reheat it. I would let your stuffing cool more before you put it in the pepper though, if you're gonna not cook it today. Like I'd wait for all of that to cool down, like room temp. So then it doesn't make the liquid come out of the pepper.
Yep. That makes sense.
You guys got How long does it say this whole thing cooks for? I always love, oh, prep time's 25 minutes. Yeah, we're probably gonna be a little over that. This meal prep doesn't have as much for me to snack on while we're cooking.
Not cool.
Usually, yeah, usually I like super full by the time everything's done because I'm like already eaten half of it. I didn't have my shake before this time. And then I was thinking about it. I'm like, well, none of this is even gonna be ready right away.
Lantern eyes.
I need to plan it better. I am gonna throw just a little bit of chicken broth in here so the seasoning's all kind of meld in well. Well, who knows? Stuffed peppers might become my new favorite thing. Okay. Let's see, where am I adding the tomato sauce? Okay. Another label to check, just in case they decided to add some sugar.
They like to.
What is
No,
that?
I didn't hear that. Sorry, that's
I
my
have no
husband. watching
idea.
football.
Football?
Yeah,
He's excited.
he said I'm being quiet.
He's excited. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Especially with the Browns. If they're doing something good, then we're happy.
Okay, so then we cook that.
Well, inside.
Oh, beans. Smells delicious. Okay. Let it cook for 4 or 5 minutes. All right, I think I got everything in there. Oh, it also has, has you add a 1/4 cup water. I didn't even see that. That's funny. Okay, well, I kind of did that with the stock. Thought I was going rogue, but I wasn't. There you go. Okay, I think I'm ready for stuffing. Exciting. Okay, now am I cooking these with the lid on, with the top of the pepper on?
I think so.
Okay.
Otherwise it would cook.
Yeah, I mean, but well, I don't know though. Remove stem of pepper.
That's, I think, before you eat it. Remove the stem and then add the cheese.
Yeah, see, when I made them, I literally just cut them in half.
Yeah, I just
And
want
since I couldn't make the pumpkin.
yeah, because David's like, well, you could, because I said, oh, you got tripods. I'm like, that's gonna be hard for these to stay sitting or standing. And he's like, we could just cut them in half. And I'm like, well, I gotta make them into jack-o'-lanterns.
Right.
All right, now let's see if they can keep each other up.
Fix it on quick.
Yeah, you kind of have to position them.
What do you mean put toothpicks in them? I need them to stand up.
Yeah, put toothpicks in them so they just sit on the side.
Oh, yeah.
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 In the bottoms.
All
Just
right.
make sure that they're
Now let's try
hearty
to
toothpicks.
Okay. Here's Frank and Al. They're going into the oven. They're a little
They're
tilted.
so cute.
They're a little tilted, but they're gonna make it.
They're so cute.
You want some of this mixture, Jeff? It's just rice and turkey and beans. You could throw some cheese on it. Okay, voila. So, okay, if you're following along, after we get off here, you will add, your last pieces are adding spinach, coconut milk, and cauliflower to your stew. These peppers are going to cook for 2 to 15 minutes. If you are adding cheese, you can add that at the end and then cook for another 2 to 3 minutes. If you're on the GP, then you can just take them out or just cook for that additional 2 to 3 minutes too. And then top them with salsa. Perfect. All right, did we miss anything?
Mm-mm.
Good, okay.
Nope.
All right, then I'm
If
gonna,
anybody else is like me, you might not even be close to being done.
I'm not
Yeah, I'm
done.
not done.
Not even close. Yay, that's me.
I'll stop the recording and then we can take our picture and wrap up.